Welcome to this presentation about Sandbach College. I'm Mr. Ford, the head of college. I hope during this presentation you get a real sense of who we are and what we're all about. We have three pillars that underpin everything that we do. We have our academics, we offer a huge range of courses and bespoke education for each and every student. We have our community, we make sure that all students feel welcome, feel safe, and we have a diverse range of students within the college. And enrichment, we try to provide as many opportunities for students to go above and beyond the traditional curriculum to help them stand out from the crowd when we're talking about UCAS applications, apprenticeships. We did a survey with our Year 12s quite recently, and we were delighted that 96% of students said that they would recommend the college, and of those 100% of our external students, those who didn't study at Sandbach High, said that they would recommend the college. We have a programme of study where students will choose 3 or 4 main subjects, but alongside that we have a whole range of different additional educational elements. So we have mentoring with a form tutor, we have bespoke careers and university guidance, we have a real intense programme for UCAS applications, and we've got a really good record of getting students into the Russell Group universities and the top universities such as Oxford and Cambridge. We've got work experience Year 12s will do at the end of the year, and we make sure that each student is placed in a setting which is suitable for what they want to do in the next steps. We have a Life Choices programme, which is PHSCE, but the next stage it's really tailored towards 16 to 19-year-olds. We have leadership opportunities, we have our active citizenship projects, and we also have a Wednesday afternoon enrichment programme. So in terms of subjects, we have over 30 subjects, and these include a range of A-levels and vocational applied courses. We also have core maths and EPQ. These are one-year courses. They really are good in terms of preparing students for university, and it also carries things like UCAS points, so that we would recommend that students consider those. This is the full range of subjects that we offer. As you can see, there's a huge amount of A-levels. We have vocational courses, criminology, business studies, health and social care, digital media, travel and tourism and sport. And then, as I've already mentioned, we have the core maths and EPQ to supplement those. Most students will complete 3 main subjects, and that can be 3 A-levels, it could be 3 vocational courses, or it could be a combination of the 2. And then we recommend for most students that they try to do a 4th subject. For most students that would be core maths or EPQ, and in some cases that may be a 4th A-level. We really do promote leadership, and it's one of our core values within the sixth form, and we expect every student to take on a leadership role, and there's a huge variety of channels which they can do this in. So we have college students who mentor or tutor younger students. We have college students who lead on charity events or volunteering within the school. Students can apply to become subject ambassadors, so if they are really passionate about a particular subject, they could be a representative of the school for those. We have our student union, which we have around about 35 students at the moment, who are an integral way of how the college is run, and we also have a formal leadership structure. So this is the current Year 12 structure, so it's linked to the main school, and we have heads of houses for each of those, and then deputy heads of houses who support. We also have our Year 13 leadership, so we have head students who are currently Olivia and Mia, and then at the moment we have 4 deputy head students. In terms of academic outcomes, we are really strong. We are always one of the top colleges within Cheshire. In terms of A-level itself, our average point score is 36, which is significantly above average and puts us in the 77th percentile nationally. So we've got really strong outcomes in terms of A-level. And in terms of best 3 A-levels, so students who study 3 A-levels or more, the average point score there is 38, which is the equivalent of a B, and that puts us in the 86th percentile nationally, puts us in the top 14% of centres in the country. In terms of vocational subjects, again, we have a huge success rate with nearly 80% of students last year achieving distinction or higher. That is way higher than the national average. The applied general average point score is 35, which is the equivalent of a distinction. And again, that puts us in the 85th percentile nationally, puts us in those top 15% of centres. So what does all this lead to? The majority of our students go to higher education, whether that be at university or apprenticeships. So over the last few years, we've had a number of students who've gone on to study medicine. We've also got students who've studied at Oxford, Cambridge. We've had students study the highest level apprenticeships such as GCHQ. And we've got a huge number of students who go to what we call the Russell Group universities. That's around the top 20 universities in the country, and this includes Durham, Sheffield, Exeter, Manchester, Liverpool and Bristol. And we have an ever-increasing range of students who go on to apprenticeships, and we have the support in place to put you on the right pathway for those. In terms of support, we have a huge range of support within college. We've got myself and Mr. Abbottson who lead the college, and we're there to support both academically and pastorally where applicable. We have Miss Pope, who's our student welfare coordinator, and she's very proactive to making sure any issues are dealt with students. So if any support required, we make sure that's included. We also have Miss Vickers, who's the student services coordinator, and she'll help guide through things like careers, work experience, UCAS application processes and things like that. There's a whole range of also mental health and wellbeing support with which is linked to the main school. So in terms of enrichment opportunities, this is something we've really put a lot of effort into over the last few years. We're in a situation now where competition for university places and apprenticeship is growing year on year. So as well as the academics, we need to make sure that students have those additional opportunities to make themselves stand out. We've now dedicated Wednesday afternoons to enrichment. So every student's off timetable on a Wednesday afternoon and they choose a pathway. And as you can see there's a whole range of different opportunities they can get involved in. So we have sporting pathways. So we have a netball team, we have a Stoke City programme, we have students working on fitness programmes. There's also coaching opportunities. We have arts and photography, we have STEM, we have students who go out on work experience, we have a cooking course, students become mental health and wellbeing mentors as well as tutors and mentoring academically as well. So they are now supporting students in the main school. We have academic pathways for those who want to work on the supercurricular and things like that. There's just a few photos from some of our recent pathways. These are all current year 12s and 13s. We do an induction trip for year 12. This year it was at Stanley Head. It was a fantastic trip, which included a whole range of activities, including archery, rock climbing, canoeing, and then there was team building exercises like the crate exercise you can see in the bottom right, where, as I'm sure Miss Hooper would Miss Hooper would say, I'm standing far too close to her. But it was a really good trip, and it's again something we'll be looking at running for the new year 12s coming up. We also have a huge amount of student-led clubs. So for a lot of the students, if there wasn't something that they really wanted to do within the Wednesday enrichment programme, there's the opportunity to set up a club in something they're really, really passionate about. A lot of these clubs are not done on a Wednesday, they're done at lunchtimes and after school, those sorts of times. But as you can see, over the last couple of years, we've had a huge range, and these change year on year depending on what the students want to run. We are a TAS accredited centre. That's the Talented Athlete Scholarship Scheme. So if a student is a regional, county or national sports person, so that can be any sport, we can help support that student on what we call a dual career pathway. So they will support them with their sport as well as an academic programme here within college. So we have a number of students who are on that at the moment. It's nationally recognised. We're the closest centre within quite a range. The next closest centre is in Warrington. And what it leads to it was in the TAS network is there's a huge number of universities which are linked to the TAS scheme, and this includes Oxford, it includes Cambridge, it includes Loughborough, and that whole list you can see on there, including most of the Russell Group universities. It can even lead to being a TAS athlete, a reduced offer at some of those centres. We have our female football programme with Stoke City. So we currently have 5 students who are on that programme. It's in collaboration with 2 other colleges. The students will train twice a week on a Monday and a Friday currently, and then they play on Wednesdays. So recently we beat Man City 4-3, and we also beat Derby County 10-5, and one of our own students has scored 9 goals between those 2 games. So it's got off to a really good start. In terms of Duke of Edinburgh, we've got 31 students in the current year 12 who've got involved with Duke of Edinburgh. It's a really, really useful and well-recognised award. It includes volunteering, it includes physical activity, and students also have to go on expeditions. The year 12 just went on their first expedition not long ago, a 4-day one, and it's been a real success of the college, and it's the Gold Award, which is the top Duke of Edinburgh award which we offer, and we've got a rich history of getting a good number of students through that. In terms of entry requirements, all the entry requirements are on the website. At minimum, you need 4 grade 4s for the vocational courses, and then each individual A level has its own entry requirement. So, for example, you can see there a grade 5 for GCSE history to support history. How to apply? There are a couple of ways. You can apply online by going to sandbachcollege.co.uk. There's an application link at the top of the page, and you just complete the form and submit it. There's also paper-based forms which you can collect from reception and hand back to either the college reception or main reception on the school. If you want to get a real good sense of what we're up to at the moment, please follow our social media. So we have Instagram and we have X, formerly Twitter, at Sandbach College are our tags. We regularly update the social media to promote all the good work which is going on and all the student successes. And that is our whistle-stop tour. So I really hope you enjoyed the presentation, and I really hope that you get that sense of our 3 pillars. Academics, we're really strong academically, we get great outcomes, we've got a real success of students going on to high-end next steps, so to universities and apprenticeships. Community, we've built a really supportive community. Students feel really welcome, students feel safe. We embrace diversity, and support is available for everyone, no matter what students going through. We make sure they get the support that they require. And then enrichment, we have so many opportunities within the college to make sure that students can go above and beyond the traditional curriculum. We try to make sure that everybody has that chance to stand out in the competitive markets for next steps, and that enrichment programme is something we're really proud of. If you do have any more questions or you want to arrange a tour of the college, please contact either myself, Mr Ford at aford@sandbachhigh.co.uk, or the Director of College, Mr Robertson, at @sandbachhigh.co.uk. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this presentation.